What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here. Apparently at the exact same time I was here yesterday, because I've got the sun setting right there. Look, right there on my finger. And here comes a guy on a lawnmower. As always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and photobombing the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. There's really not much grass to cut right now. Right now, it's really more of cutting and spreading dust. That's what it really is. It's been so dry, man. I can only remember rain like twice in the last couple of weeks or so, and we need some rain bad. Anyway, I was working on this door that we got reclaimed from a house that we were painting and putting it up, and I had the Mike Fisher was live streaming. I'm getting ready to go watch Game Time Brian and his members only chat, and I saw the headline that Dak Prescott MRI on Mike Fisher, and I was like, say what? So I had to go through and I listened to it, and also I didn't watch the whole stream on there, but I had to see what this was about Dak Prescott having an MRI. And so before you have a heart attack, because you'll remember a few years back during training camp that when Dak came back from the ankle, he threw his arm out because probably he was throwing too much without being able to really put all the pressure on his leg, and it ended up being that he couldn't throw during training camp, and then when I believe proceeded to go on and throw 37 TDs, a Dallas Cowboys record. Be that as it may, I had to go back and listen to Mike Fisher's stream, and he was talking about it. So Ross Tucker, former NFL player, has a gambling, what do you call it? Gambling, he's not, it wasn't expert. Physicist, I don't know. A gambling somebody. In fact, here's a little clip of Steve Fizzik with an F.
Do you have a problem with the Sports Betting Hall of Fame?
Yes, I do. Sports Betting Hall of Fame, it's out of control. Somehow, some way, 70% of the people in these Sports Betting Hall of Fames are like administrators and sportsbook managers. All they do is bar and kick out people smarter than them that are kicking their butts. It's ridiculous.
This is Sharp Money with Patrick Maher on VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
Yeah, that guy. So that guy was on the Ross Tucker broadcast, according to Mike Fisher, and he was having the scoop that Dak Prescott had an MRI and isn't healthy. What? Now, Mike Fisher, doing his due diligence, talked to some of his sources at the Star and said, yeah. Of course, anonymously said, yeah, there's nothing to that. And that's one of those ones I have to say, if Dak Prescott wasn't fully healthy, he sure looked awful good at tight end U last week. He was throwing, it looked like he was throwing really, really good there. And if he was injured, unless he got injured there, then I'd say that on the bullshit scale, this is knee-deep bullshit. It's silly season, guys. We are exactly 3 weeks from today, the off-season ending for the Dallas Cowboys. In fact, for the Baltimore Ravens, 9 days from now, it starts ending. They'll be actually in training camp in Baltimore, opening with their rookies on the 12th of July, which is, I guess that's the end of next week. So there's that. But it's getting to be crazy now, because there's also, if there's no news, make some news, so to speak. Hold up. You know, it's silly season right now. And so some of these things that are coming up are getting to be crazy. You have the rumors of Micah Parsons should hold out. You know, that's what everybody's directing at. Micah Parsons, he should hold out because, of course, he's woefully underpaid, but he's not his rookie quarterback. I don't remember hearing people say that Dak Prescott should hold out when he was on his rookie contract, where he was literally getting paid $680,000 and was a starting quarterback that had the backup quarterback making more money than him. Didn't hear that. I get it. Micah Parsons is an incredible player. The Cowboys are blessed to have him. And I think he's going to be an assassin. Another one that's crazy is, this is where it gets to be crazy, because this is the pivot point for the Cowboys offseason. Because after trashing the team for the last 4 months, 5 months, and, you know, literally saying we suck, that Dak Prescott's not, you know, you have the people out there saying Dak Prescott is not, you know, not an NFL starting quarterback, and a bum and a choker and this, that, and the other, that Micah Parsons is a one-trick pony and overrated, and Deron Bland, well, he can only do one thing, and that's intercept footballs, but he can't, you know, cover people. And Diggs, of course, will be coming back from ACL and will be a year away from being back to being decent. And even before he was decent, he gave up too many yards and so on. And that, you know, we're going to be relying on rookies, and we've got Bust and Schoonmaker and Mozzie Smith. Now's the pivot point where they're going to go through and now tell you, this is a Super Bowl team. The Cowboys roster is one of the better rosters in football. And it's kind of like, you can't have it really both ways now. You can't go through and say that the Cowboys are one of the worst built teams in football and then turn around and say, oh, they're Super Bowl contenders. And this is the argument I have with people. I get trashed a lot by people. And I mean, I really get trashed a lot. You know, because I end up believing that right now, with the lack of NFL quarterbacks out there, that I happen to think that Dak Prescott is a viable option. But I look at it like the Rams looked at it. When the Rams got Matthew Stafford, they didn't look and say, we're done. We got everything. They didn't stop there. Even though they already had, you know, Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey and stuff, and having Cooper Kupp and, you know, Jefferson, wide receiver, they said, you know what? We know we got the baddest man on the planet, Aaron Donald, but let's go get Von Miller to make him even better. So he has more one-on-one matchups and things, or if Aaron Donald's got double teams, that, you know, Von Miller will feast. And even though we've got Jefferson and Cooper Kupp and everything else, and we've got Matthew Stafford, let's bring in an Odell Beckham to make sure, you know, we can play him in there in spots to help give us more advantages or spell some of the other guys. That ain't us, bro. That ain't us. The thing that's funny is, I can point out that the New York Jets have spent more money than anybody else in free agency and have the worst results, along with the Washington Commanders. So you can look at that from one standpoint and say free agency doesn't work. And the reason why it doesn't work for those guys is because the basics and the nucleus of their teams are not good teams. They need more players, and they need to use free agency as a supplement. Well, the Cowboys have a nucleus of a really great team when you start thinking about having a Micah Parsons, having a Zach Martin, having a Tyler Smith, having a Dak Prescott, having a Jake Ferguson, having a CD Lamb, having a Deron Bland, getting back a Diggs, getting back an Overshown, you know? And then you look at potential of a guy like a Cooper Beebe, you know, and Tyler Guyton on the offensive line. And you look at this and you say, that's a good group of people that if we can maximize what those guys do, a couple of pieces might be enough to take us over the top. Instead of just saying, we need Dak Prescott to give us another 15% to make up for the spots that we lack on. Nobody does that but the Dallas Cowboys. And nobody deals with contracts like the Cowboys do but the Cowboys. And it's literally crazy town here with the Dallas Cowboys. Well, looks like the sun's dropped down another notch. And it's almost gone. What's really kind of cool is the sun, of course, moves with the season. So it's almost farthest away down this way. It'll start working its way back up, and I call it the red brick house solstice. But it will get to the point, this is where it's cool, because this is a window right here, where it'll set almost right there where that chimney is. And when it does, the sunlight goes straight through the house. It goes through this window, into the kitchen window, out to the back porch, and you can literally be back on the back porch and look through 3 windows and see the sun setting. I need to take a picture of that because I'm going to call it the red brick house solstice. And maybe they built the red brick house just for that. Could be. Have a good day, people. Peace.